Can I ask a very serious question? Very serious. Please don't leave this video because every time Christians want to discuss certain topics, everybody suddenly becomes holy. You ask a normal question and everybody starts responding like they have been fasting for 40 days. Meanwhile, we are all on the same earth. Today, we are going to have an honest conversation. No judgment zone, no pretending. We just want to gist. Can we all agree on one thing? Being single does not automatically switch off your humanity. I mean, blood is still running through your veins. Sister. I don't know how this started. I don't know who started the rumor. Some people think the day you give your life to Christ, every temptation just disappears. I mean, you become a mini God. Really? Then why are we still praying? Why did Jesus say that we should pray to God that God should not lead us into temptation? Exactly. The struggle is real. The difference is we are learning how to respond to it, not pretending it doesn't exist. So one thing I have noticed is that Christians sometimes confuse temptation with sin. They are two different things. Being tempted doesn't mean you have failed. Jesus himself was tempted. The victory was not that temptation never came. The victory was that he was able to overcome. So that changed the way I looked at my own struggles. Instead of constantly asking what is wrong with me, I started asking, how can I honor God in this moment? How can I? And can we also talk about those moments when you are scrolling perfect peacefully or you want to download something on a website? I am a fan of K drama, so I download K drama a lot. And sometimes on the website, some video just pop up on your screen, something you did not request for. And you're like, oh my goodness, Lord, please help me. I am just here to download movie JJ. I'm not in this. My hands are clean. Like I just came here to download video. And then there are your friends, the happily married ones or the ones in relationships. They will call you and say, we are having movie night. Well, thank you. Thank you for that information. Very necessary. I mean, that's helped my life. But here is something I have learned. Trying to act like the struggle doesn't exist usually makes it worse. God already knows we are human, and I don't think He's shocked by our temptations, by our weaknesses. So He invites us to bring them to Him honestly, not in pretense. So sometimes we think spirituality means pretending, but real spirituality begins with honesty. You know what is funny? Some of us are praying, Lord, remove every temptation. Meanwhile, in that temptation, God is teaching you self control because self control is not developed where there are no desires. It is developed in the middle of them, in the middle of temptation. And before somebody says, what should singles do? First, touch grass. Please go outside. Call your friends, read a book, learn a skill, exercise, watch a podcast on YouTube, have a life. Because sometimes we are feeding our loneliness and we are feeding our loneliness all day and expecting one prayer to fix it. It doesn't work like that. A full life doesn't remove temptation, but it helps keep temptation from becoming the center of your thought. And there is one thing I love about God. It is that He doesn't ask us to pretend. He asks us to depend on Him. And I think that is a much healthier way to live because grace is not for people who have never struggled. Grace is for people who keep coming back to God. So if you have ever felt guilty because you have been tempted, hey darling, you're not alone, no, because you are human. And the goal is not to become someone who never faces temptation. The goal is to become someone who keeps choosing God, even when it is hard. All right, so good so far. We have exposed, I mean, I have exposed all of us enough today, right? So let's just in the comments. What is one piece of advice you have received as a Christian single that actually helped you to stay focused? And please keep it respectful. We are all learning. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, remain blessed. Bye.